All right. Number 17.
Yes.
It's been hard to keep track because life has been very
Busy.
eventful.
Busy in the storm.
It's so funny how a lot of things that we talk about, we almost speak into existence. Talk about
'Cause we know
storm,
what's
and then
coming.
the storm comes, and then we talk.
We know exactly what's coming.
Yep.
We're not planners, but we're planners.
Have a plan and be ready for that plan to change.
Yep.
Yep. We're very good at adapting.
Yeah, because we're coachable.
And the topic for today is endurance.
Mm-hmm.
So every aspect of the word, meaning physical, mental, spiritual, relationships,
Parenthood.
parent.
Being a sibling.
Yep.
Being a son and daughter, maybe.
Being a mom that runs on 2.5 hours of sleep.
Heck yeah. And 5 cups of coffee.
Yeah, we definitely need to cut back on the coffee. At least I do, for sure.
I've only drank like 1 or 2.
A day.
Yeah. 1 is fine.
Yeah.
It says don't exceed, I think it's 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, you don't want... I'm teetering that mark, probably.
Yeah, who's running off 2 hours? You or me?
You.
You just like the taste.
I just like the taste.
I just like the taste of coffee. He's addicted.
A little bit.
A little bit. We get an espresso and he thinks he's a barista.
No.
It's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go make a coffee for the mailman.
First of all,
Which he did yesterday.
you trying to be nice. You said I'm not social, so I'm like, you know what? Let me make the mailman some coffee.
I'm loving this new era Martin.
So we had the, what'd you say, the different eras?
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Era, let's go. Shall I call it Playboy era? When I first met you. And then we started actually dating. And then it was like boyfriend era, I guess.
Okay.
I don't really know. I would say fun era is when we actually got engaged. And then pregnancy, it was Mountain Martin era, and then it went daddy era. Or shall we say zaddy era? Just kidding.
So what was after that?
You're in the zaddy area. We keep having kids.
Oh, okay.
That's a long era.
And then the rest of my life.
Then when we retire, it'll be another one.
Okay.
Or when they grow up a little bit. So, speaking of zaddies, ready for my pickup line?
So your pickup line for the day.
So I usually go for 8s, but I'll settle for a 10.
That's your pickup line?
That's my pickup line.
I usually go for 8s, but I'll settle for a 10. I'd be like, what do you...
I knew that one was going to confuse you. And I'm like,
Yeah.
be witty. Come on.
You talking to me? Are you talking to me?
You with the mustache. That's a 10 for sure.
Mustache Martin.
Mustache Martin.
All right.
Wow me. Oh. Kayala's ripping
We
it.
got a very gassy baby.
Yes.
It's at least a good gas. It's not like he's screaming in the middle of the night because of gas. He just...
Yeah, it's not colicky, which is... Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I lost my pickup line. Hold on. All right. Not going to work, but we'll see. Out of all your beautiful curves, your smile is my favorite.
I know that's a lie.
You're down. Never mind. I'm not going to leave it.
But thank you. Thank you. I know. That's what you saw first when we met, huh?
Yeah. Fresh off braces smile.
Oh, yeah. Thank God. Got my braces off 2 weeks before meeting you. Which I always feel like people look slightly like weird after they get their braces off. Just because I'm so used to the metal mouth.
There's obviously working with a bunch of middle school and high schoolers.
Mm-hmm.
You'd see plenty of kids get their braces off.
Yeah. And then I'm like, it looks off to me. Not that it looks bad. It just, I'm like, there's something missing.
Yeah, I'll always, not always, but I'll go to a random, like, oh, when'd you get your braces off? Like, last year, coach?
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah.
It's been so long.
Oops.
All right. Shall we touch on endurance?
Yeah, we'll cover the multiple different areas of endurance. So within this first part of, call it newborn, he officially hit 1 month on the 25th.
What?
The shortest 1 month because he was a February baby, so it's only 28 days of his 1 month. Anyways, go ahead, talk to me about endurance as far as parenting with a newborn.
Well, let's just talk about sleep endurance.
Yes, sleep endurance.
How?
We don't encourage it, but when you're running on low sleep, how do
Yeah. I'm like, how long can you go on like this before you go insane? I think about that a lot in the middle of the night while I'm feeding because it's fine. I'm fine during the day. And usually I have more energy. And I think it's just because the time change and the sun's out. And it's actually outside of today. It's been really nice outside. So I've been a little bit more energetic. But in the middle of the night where I don't even remember if I'm feeding him or if I'm dreaming about it, it's tougher then than it is during the day. But that endurance, I really feel like God prepares you for it. Like I feel fine for the most part. I had a cranky day yesterday, and that was my first one out of the 4 weeks. But we're making it. Lord, don't give you nothing that you can't handle. I keep saying that to my head. People do this all the time. It's fine.
Yeah, there's definitely a spiritual sense of God preparing mothers for everything that comes with a newborn because I couldn't do it. I'm like one bottle in the middle of the night. I'm like, I feel fine in the day.
Yeah.
It's just that, it's actually that first 15 minutes, which is part of endurance.
Yeah.
It's pushing past that plateau part.
Well, also the worst part is when I'm trying to rock him to sleep because then I fall asleep before he does. I'm rocking myself to sleep.
Yeah. Obviously, I wake up when he wakes up. Check if you need something. I'm like, nope. Okay, go back to sleep. But sometimes I just, knowing the type of person that I am, very type A.
Type A.
Okay. Got to have my hands involved in everything. Sounds so negative. Anyways, I can't fully fall asleep until I know that he's not just falling asleep before, or that you're not falling asleep before he is.
Let's just call it caring.
Yeah, I just care so much.
And just, you're in your nurturing era.
Nurturing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm nice.
You're not. I was just telling your sister this. I was like, your brother's actually really nice. Now.
So bad. I'm just doing regular everyday things, and you're like, wow, my husband loves me.
It's just different with 2 kids because I think we're learning to survive. Like we're really relying on each other for survival mode. So we're just like,
There's
hey,
just no space for
yeah,
the
we're like,
nitpicky.
No, not at all. We're like,
Yeah.
You good? Yeah, you good? Okay, teamwork. Let's go. Whereas beforehand, we could go independently, and then I'd be like, he didn't pay attention to me. Don't feel loved.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I know that's usually what ends up happening because I'm a female and I'm slightly clingy at times.
So that type of unexplainable endurance has to come from God, because middle of the night, carrying so much that I just can't fully fall asleep, even though I'm definitely falling asleep.
Oh, I
But
know.
every like 15 minutes, I'm like, look, see if you got him. Most of the times, I'm nudging you like, hey, put him in his
Yeah.
kennel. In
No,
his
you
kennel.
did a pretty good
Put him in his
job.
kennel.
His kennel.
Put him
What?
in his
It's not a dog.
bassinet.
His bassinet.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
sometimes
put him in his bassinet. Don't just
if
fall
I
asleep
fall
with him on
asleep,
you.
yeah, you'll pick him up in the middle of the night and put him in his bassinet. And I don't. Sometimes I don't even remember you doing it.
Like, where's my baby?
No, I've woken up a few times like that. I'm like, oh no.
I was thinking about that the other day when I took both of them for a little trip to the park.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever I took him. I took him out of his little rocker. I was like, she's going to wake up and wonder where the heck the kids are. Oh, well.
No, I was.
You were still asleep when I got back.
Yeah, I was knocked out in a deep, deep sleep.
Yeah.
Once you tell me to take a nap, that nap time is.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything.
I'm like, look, I know that you're tired. You're like, oh, I'm not. No, take a nap. I could do that. No, take a nap. But I got to help you with, I would do so much better knowing that you took a nap. Take a nap for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually does help because then I'm like, I'm ready for the night shift.
Yeah.
At least like till 4 a.m. Then I'm like, okay,
Yeah, I think we settled into I'll take the 4 and later shift because I got to be up around 5:30 anyways. So
Yeah.
it's like, what's an extra hour of waking up earlier? It's the waking up at like 2 or 3 and then trying to fall back asleep for 45 minutes after feeding him to be up at 5. I'm like, ah. But
yeah, it's not fun.
yesterday, up at 3:30 or whatever day it was, felt fine. Came home to like, it was yesterday because 15 minutes into us laying down, like, oh shoot, the mailman. I forgot to bring him
Gotta
his
get coffee.
Well, I told him when I went to go get a package from the mailroom, it's mailroom, then he
Yeah,
does his
well,
2
first,
boxes, and
I'm
then
sorry, so off topic. Curious, how did you even? You're just like, hey man, you want a coffee?
I forgot one day he had something, he was drinking something. I was like, oh, are you ever thirsty? Do you ever need anything? He's like, honestly, anything cold. I was like, oh, okay. So then when I saw that he was there and going to be making our stop within the next 30 minutes, I was like, I'll go make him a little espresso and put it in the fridge and some ice or the freezer.
Was it a surprise or did he know you were coming?
No, I told him because
Oh,
when
okay.
I saw him in the mail, I was like, oh, hey, I was like, first, let me make sure he's not lactose intolerant or something.
So nurturing Martin era.
Here we go.
I just want to make sure he's not lactose intolerant. And don't worry, I packed you a little snacky too, Boo Boo Bear.
And this is how it ends. No more nurturing Martin.
I'm just making fun of it because it's so cute.
Martin the Nurturer sounds like a Dungeons and Dragons character.
It's fantastic. I'm enjoying it.
Okay. All right. So that covers our current experience of endurance of just,
A
Baby,
physical, mental endurance
Yeah.
right now.
I feel like that's just our life. So to move on past that and to give some real practical advice, do you want to talk about endurance as an athlete, like physically or mentally? First, we'll cover
Well,
both. But
we can talk about mental because I'm actually going through that with one of my teams.
mm-hmm.
I actually just got a text message last night from one of my athletes saying, hey coach, going through a really like rough mental route. I used to love coming to practice, love volleyball, but lately I've just been finding it really hard to enjoy what I'm doing without getting angry. And so I actually have a phone call with her at 4:30ish
Good to know.
to just do like a little check-in. And how do you actually like check in and figure out how to get over that mental rut so that you can last the whole season?
Yeah. Well, I think endurance mentally is just one, understanding commitment
Yeah.
and a bird's eye view, long-term picture. Because kids nowadays, they're so constantly changing from this to that to that to that, and everything's such a fast, instant satisfaction that they don't know how to maintain attention or desire for something beyond when it loses its flame.
Yeah.
So endurance to keep your commitment mentally is just committing from the beginning.
Yeah. There's definitely an aspect of like that instant gratification, but I also don't think that there's not a ton of self-awareness either nowadays where you can be really intuitive as to why maybe you're just not like up to it. It's just
True.
it's very like no, not today. I'm just going to do whatever.
I
Or
don't feel like it.
yeah, I don't feel like it, so I'm just going to ask mom and dad if I can stay home for the day. And with like us growing up, it wasn't like that. My mom sent me to practice sick. She's like, I want a return on my investment. You're going, and I don't care if you have to sit and watch. And I'm like, okay. And there's still a few athletes out there
I
like
was gonna
that.
say there's still a few.
Yeah. So it's not everybody, but like you get the few that are just don't know what that check-in is. And then it's also like if you talk about their goals and like figure out what they actually want out of their future, most of the time when I see that in an athlete, it's someone who doesn't take it seriously and they just enjoy it. Like it's a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a lifestyle, or it's not a means to like get into school or whatever it is. So just different. So how do you deal with different athletes and help them maintain endurance?
Well, I think you hit it on the head with you have to care. You have to be passionate. Because, and this is beyond sports, maintaining your commitment to something, you have to set a goal and a desire to have that goal come to fruition. Is that the right term?
Yes.
I was like, I'm going to say it wrong.
You did it.
Have it come to fruition. Fertilization. Fermentation. Anyways, having it come true because you care so much about getting that, not just the end product, but the sport, the whatever it be itself, you have an actual passion to see the desired outcome.
Yeah. Sorry.
We got,
Intermission. Burp time.
I'll just keep talking, I guess.
I need to put my weapon.
Hold on. It stretches like this. What were you saying oh for?
Because I'm getting a phone call. He's throwing up on me, crying. I'm trying to burp.
So this is our life.
Motherhood. I don't even know if you could hear me.
Yeah. You want me to move that closer? You got it.
I'm just going to see if I can lean it.
Why don't we
Usually I put
turn
that
the table
in the middle.
so that that's on this side?
Yep, I just can't move, so help.
Okay.
Oh, that works. Just, it needs something heavy on the table.
Is it heavy enough?
Can you hear me enough? Or no? Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, we're back.
All right, we're back. And
We're
that's,
back.
That's
Motherhood.
life.
That's life.
Yep.
I always think of that song. Okay, I know. Oh, yeah, you threw up all over me. That's okay.
Delicious.
As long as you're not swallowing it.
Yeah.
I'll be your burp rag any day.
You know, a big part of having mental endurance is just caring about the overall outcome
Yeah.
enough, and you're passionate about it.
Yeah, and I definitely think for like, let's say maybe the athlete that doesn't take it seriously enough or just like enjoys their sport, small attainable goals when you feel overwhelmed is crucial. And then having obviously a good support system where you do have an outlet to vent, but the rule is that you can vent and you can like cry about it a little bit, but you only get maybe 10 minutes of that. And that's it. That's all you get. And then once you leave the room or whatever that you're venting in, you're back to regular day. Like, you have to just get it out and then move on. And just practicing that. Trust me, I've had a lot of those vent sessions in the office at the gym.
Waste of time.
Yeah, it is.
Who needs feelings?
It is and it isn't. It's to us maybe because that's not our how we grew up necessarily, but to these kids it's everything. Yep. And I will say the retention for my teams is usually because I'm willing to listen to them in those situations. And that's probably one of the biggest reasons why a lot of athletes say they want to stay on my teams, because they get treated like numbers, or they just get treated like regular, schmegular athletes that don't have a life outside of volleyball. And I'm like, well, that's how college is going to be.
Yeah. And also endurance, to understand that it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
No.
So endurance blended with perseverance. Those two kind of go hand in hand.
Big time.
You have to accept whatever your commitment is for every high and every low. So.
Absolutely.
Period.
Period.
All right, so that covers sports. Let's talk about the mental side of endurance as an athlete.
I feel like physical.
What about physically?
That's your strong suit. Go trainer.
Okay. Metabolic conditioning.
Oh my God. Dumb it down.
Dumb it down.
Training for dummies.
That is the simplified version.
No, if you ask Joe Schmo on the street, hey, do you know what metabolic endurance is?
Metabolic conditioning.
Or sorry, metabolic conditioning.
Metcon.
They're going to say, what the? All right, Gigi.
All right, fine. Anyways, how to have endurance as an athlete. To, one, depending on your sport, actually have the endurance to last through your game, match, whatever it is. You have to train. All those are simple answers, and it's very obvious. You can't not work out or not duplicate your level of exertion needed for a tournament or a game and expect to just perform well. So train how you play and practice how you play. Mm-hmm. All these, I see a lot of very slow-paced practices. Although this year I will say I've seen a lot more coaches do conditioning. I'm like, thank God, because I'm tired of all these tournaments. Day 3, all the kids are like,
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, and then there's the endurance to actually last and stay healthy throughout the whole season.
Yeah, that's really tough.
That's the more important part of, or not more important, but it just...
That takes preparation.
Yeah, you have to be very intentional. Put it this way. To have the endurance for your match or tournament, that happens in your off season. Mm-hmm. To have the endurance to stay healthy all season, that happens during your season. Making sure that you're, 1, working out, 2, working in, meaning like... It sounded better in my head.
What, taking
working
vitamins?
out meaning workout meaning like putting out energy or whatever. Work in means like foam rolling, stretching.
If you said
it works better in my head.
If you said work in, I would have thought like, oh, what I put in my body, food and all that stuff.
And therefore also what you put into your body. But essentially TLC, you have to provide some tender love and care during season to make sure that you can sustain. Because if you just have cookies every night, come your 3rd or 4th tournament, you're going to start to feel it.
Yeah.
Especially on the recovery side of things.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
What?
One of my teams the other day, they're like, my assistant coach last year used to head coach the team, and he used to bring in candy all the time for the girls. And I hated it because the wrappers are everywhere, and I'm always been a big advocate of like, let's not, and let's, like, that's a treat, and if you win, yeah, sure, but like not every single practice. And so one of the girls was saying like, Coach, Fred doesn't bring in candy anymore. And I'm like, yeah, probably because he's not head coaching you guys this year, and he knows that I don't like that. And he
even doesn't really bring candy for his other girls anymore. I think he himself is just like not a candy man anymore.
No, he has candy in his backpack, but it's for him. You know what he ate? Just so side topic.
Uh-oh.
Tell
Spill the beans.
review. How do we feel about Gushers and what's that Mexican?
Lucas?
No, Cholula. No, it's not Cholula.
Chalupa?
No. Oh my
Crunch Wrap
gosh.
Supreme?
No, it's kind of like Lucas, but it's sticky.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
What is it called?
Dang.
See?
I had it in my head until you said what's it
Not
called.
just me. I just remember eating it. It's that stuff that comes when you go to the ice cream man. He's okay.
Yeah.
When you go to the
no.
ice cream man, that candy that squishes out. What is that?
Chimon?
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know, but
Anyways.
they had it on the Gushers, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Yep.
Okay,
Although
let's read.
candy from the Mexican ice cream man is the best.
The best. Not us talking about being healthy and saying ice cream and candy's good. But yeah, make sure you guys take care of your bodies.
Yeah, so work in, meaning take care of your body, stretch, foam roll, do all the simple stuff. Don't just focus on beating your body up, but building it up as well.
Yeah.
That whole work in thing just didn't work. It's okay.
Rephrase it.
So
and then try again.
Somebody else has said it. The guy who designed the Viper, the fitness tube. Yeah, he talks about how to do work in day versus a workout day. He did it better. Anyways.
Like a work in day and a workout day. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But when you say work in, I'm like, work in what?
Yeah, no.
Work in my shoes, work in the house, work in my system.
Working those hips, those curves.
Next.
Okay. Fine. Endurance through relationships as a whole. Just
how do we make it? We've been together for how long now?
Too long. 11 years?
Yeah, 11 years.
No.
12? 2013.
12.
What's the math?
12 years.
We've been together for 12 years. How do we do it, Martin?
How do you do it?
How do we do it?
Well, one, you got to have a strong foundation in Jesus. Save room for Jesus.
I love me some Jesus.
No, I think it really just comes down to keeping your commitment. And that's key to all types of relationships, friendships, romantic relationships. If they don't, loyalty. Loyalty.
What if you're loyal, but it's not meant to be? Because you know me, I'm a hopeless romantic.
Yeah.
What if you're loyal, but it's not meant to be? How do you know that?
It's always been meant to be with us, so I don't know.
I know.
His noises.
You're stretching
All
it
right,
out.
but it really just goes to commitment. So not just being with a friend because they give you certain things or like what you get out of them, because those friendships come and go very fast. But the friendships are the true friendships are the ones that, again, through the highs and the lows, you endure all of it. So finding the right tribe.
Yes, and support systems.
And
for
support
sure.
system definitely helps as well. Sorry, I'm just distracted by baby. This is probably our worst episode yet. But hey, we're doing it
I
and
wouldn't say it's our worst.
prepared. I feel like my notes are just...
I still think it's a good topic.
It is a good topic, but I think I could have prepared for it a little bit better.
You know, you're doing a great job, honey. This is endurance in a relationship.
So here we go. Endurance.
Positive affirmations.
Yeah.
When your person is down, you're doing a great
picked
job,
them up.
honey.
Speaking of, we'll just do another side tangent. We got these magnetic whiteboards for the fridge.
The calendar?
The calendars. And I just saw your note. Like, you're a great husband and dad. So I wrote a reply.
Oh, I haven't read it yet.
You want to know what it says? Guess.
Thanks.
I
Period.
thought about writing thanks. I was like, no. I'll go a little bit above that.
Thank you.
No, a little bit more.
Thank you, you too.
You're beautiful and your butt looks great.
Oh my gosh. Key to my heart right there.
So, as far as endurance in a relationship, compliment your person every once in a while.
Yes. And if your person doesn't compliment you, just tell them what you want.
Yeah. I was going to say transparency, authenticity, and
Yeah.
vulnerability.
How many times have I told you when I'm down to tell me I'm pretty and my butt looks good, even though it might not necessarily be true every day?
I would say at least 80% of the time.
Yeah.
The
And
other
it works
20%,
every
I'm
time.
like, is she there? Okay, I guess I'll compliment my wife.
Yes. Do it anyways, because I said so.
Yeah. But no, endurance is just understanding that it's not about what's right there, right in front of you.
Yeah.
You have to have endurance is long term. You have to endure. You have to endure.
How many times are you saying endurance right now?
Okay, fine, no more. It's like that one day.
Endurance.
Endurance, endurable,
Endurancers. Endurance.
Anyway,
Love you.
as well as perseverance. It's a long 30,000 feet in the air, bird's eye view aspect of something, not looking at the minute.
Yeah. Like the best advice I've ever gotten that makes more sense now that we're getting older. Because we have been dating since we dated all through our 20s, which I think is very, very hard. The 20s are hard.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. 20s are
dumb.
hard. But now that I'm turning 30 and you're also in your 30s and we have 2 babies, I don't know. Looks really aren't like I don't care if I'm not wearing makeup around you. So ultimately what I'm saying is looks obviously fade. So
Yeah.
can you and your person, do you guys enjoy each other's company? Like I always think like when we're 70 years old and we're sitting on the porch in our rocking chairs, are we going to be like miserable and grumpy, or are we going to be making fun of each other, cackling about the past? Do we enjoy each other's company? Or am I going to be like, I can't stand you, dude? And I really enjoy our company.
I think 7 years at a certain point, you're going to be like, I can't stand you. But
Yes.
it's a playful, flirty,
Yes.
old
So we're like,
love. Yeah.
You're being dumb right now. It's okay.
Yeah.
Next.
Next.
Endurance
That
topic.
honestly covers endurance, because it really just comes down to keeping your commitment and understanding that it is a long-term process.
Yeah. And just like
And you can't
running endurance, it's hard at times.
Yeah. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah. And
But
you got to slow down and breathe.
It's
But
honestly not even a marathon. It's more like Hunger Games. Like you need all of it. You need to be able to run fast. You need to be able
Yeah.
to sustain. You need
that
yeah,
depends
there
on
are-
your choices, though, because that life or death situation in the Hunger Games is something different.
Well, that's just what I was saying. Like you think marathon. You think, oh, I can keep this pace and
Yeah.
just. But your pace is gonna have to change different. Maybe that'll be a whole nother conversation. A whole nother topic is when to change pace.
That'd be good. Take notes.
Yep.
When to change pace. When life happens, having babies, maybe a job switch, going back to school. If you really just need a freaking break, allow the break.
I'm going to say endurance again. Part of it is is knowing when to rest,
Yep.
because there's no way either. Yes, sure, marathon. If you maintain your sprinting pace, you're not going to finish. People that can run a marathon in under 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that people can do it around 2. Let's just call it less than 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like they train to maintain that pace.
Oh, yeah.
But I promise you they needed to rest at some point.
Yeah. And that probably took some time.
Yeah, rest doesn't mean stop your race. That just means either adjust your pace or...
Maybe
Yeah.
like a reset, refocus.
Yeah, so let's just say, let's not have it be its own day. Let's just talk about it now. There will be times when you have to change your pace to survive whatever you got coming,
Oh, yeah.
or to set your pace at a good pace.
Yeah. I think that was really hard to learn with our first kid. Because we are very like go, 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 go. And we still are, but
I was gonna say, what do you mean? We've been more go, go, go.
we still are,
But
but
it's
it
from a
used
different
to-
perspective.
Yeah, it used to really irritate me over the fact that we had to like pause and wait and slow down and match the speed of parenthood to be there for our kid. And it's very selfish. And now that, I mean, Gigi's older and we've kind of learned, and now that we have a second one, I'm like, dude, you don't even know.
Yeah. They just want to be with you. So as
Yeah.
long as you can give them your time at this, like food and time, water,
Food and time.
sleep,
Yep.
shelter, but all these
Safety.
different things in parenting's. But no, the kids really just want your time. So as long as you can give them your time, they're gonna.
They don't know any different.
They really don't know any different. They're like,
No.
my mom loves me.
Yeah.
So
Even though every day Gigi's like, I don't
I
like
miss you. I don't like you, mommy.
Yeah. Right now she doesn't like me because I'm cranky in the morning. It's like, I don't like mommy right now. It's like, okay. I haven't slept in 4 weeks. But then when I slow down and I'm actually present with her, she loves me.
I know, it's like having a Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad sometimes when we ship her off.
I do too, but look, we're lucky that we have family that we can do it for. And that's why people say it really does take a village. It's not like we're pawning off our kids and we're just because we're tired. It's when we can't give her the attention she needs, it's better to put her in a situation where someone can nurture her. That's how I see it.
Yep.
And it's with people that love us and that we love. And like my mom, your dad, my aunt, our sisters, and it's either for a couple hours or for a little sleepover so we can really try to figure out our schedule right now.
Mm-hmm.
But don't let the parent guilt set in.
Right.
We're doing it for our kid.
We're doing it for our kid.
Doing it for our kid.
Speaking of doing it for our kid, verse and reflection time. So, Romans 15:5. This is Paul writing a letter to the Romans. It's a whole letter, so feel free to read the whole thing. Anyways, verse 5. May the God who gives endurance and encouragement give you the same attitude of mind towards each other that Christ Jesus had. That sounded very choppy, so I'll say it again. May the God who gives you endurance and encouragement give you the same attitude of mind toward each other that Christ Jesus had. Before I break that down, it's always thrown me off in the Bible when it says Christ Jesus versus Jesus Christ. Because we've got this very Americanized thing of like first name, last name. For the longest time, I thought his name was
funny.
Jesus Christ, not Jesus the Christ or Christ Jesus. Anyways,
I didn't know that.
little side tangent. Yeah. Jesus' last name is not Christ. But yeah, to have endurance and to give encouragement with the same attitude towards one another that Christ had. I feel like when it comes to truly enduring the highs and the lows, your source of willpower, it can't be the only source. Your will can only take you so far. So plugging in your wants and desires to align with Christ's wants and desires for your life, that's what provides true endurance, is knowing that it's not about you. Because whether you be overwhelmed, dang, whether you're overwhelmed or whether you're over analytical, wow, knowing that the source of your strength is not coming from yourself.
Yes, and you can definitely feel when it is and when it isn't.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
And in sports, to tie that back in, it's a very selfish, self-centered culture. So it is kind of hard to have the mindset of like, it's not based on what I can do alone, but the whole Philippians 4:13, I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow back in 2008,
Tim Tebow.
9, and 10 brought
Bringing it
the
back to the Tebow.
yeah. But yep, that covers endurance is having encouragement towards one another as well.
Yeah.
That it does take a village.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know how people don't.
And
Use
as
their
much
village.
as I may pretend, God, this stupid nurturing Martin here. As much as you can pretend that like somebody giving you words of encouragement doesn't make you feel good, you're just lying. Now, I'm not saying the stupid fake like, oh, you're doing great, or that like it has to
or
be
the
authentic and real.
Slay.
Yeah, like that stuff I can't stand. But a true like unexpected, whether it's expected or not,
Yeah.
a word of encouragement that comes from the heart, which therefore comes from God's heart, it does provide that energy that people need to have a sustainable pace.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, I'm only surviving because every day you come in and you're like, I'm really proud of you. And
I am.
And every day I'm like, he's really proud of me.
I am. It's
I'm like, I feel so much better.
yeah, it's honestly a blend of being proud and like, dang, am I even helping out enough? Almost like a
big time.
competitive,
Our
like,
toxic athlete.
yeah, toxic
mentality.
athlete. Like, I can't be the anchor of the team, so I got to make sure that I help. And I know that I can help by telling her that she's doing well because she is doing well, and I love her. And
I love you too.
yeah, and also learning from first kid
Oh, yeah.
where I did not encourage you at all. It's like, parent better. Yeah. Such a bad mom.
It would. I always remember you saying too, like, if you do that, then she's not gonna like me. Like if she was going down for
the
bed,
good cop, bad cop.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I would go in there because she's like, I want mommy, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in real quick, and then you're like, you can't keep doing that because then she's not gonna like me, and then we're gonna have issues, and I'm like, calm down, she's 2, we're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
We have a long time to mess up her life, okay?
Yep. To mess up her life. Anything else on endurance and faith?
You're doing a great job, Dad.
Thanks.
And we're proud of you.
Yep.
Yeah, so compliment someone and genuinely mean it. That'll build their endurance. And learn to slow down. Take your time. That's all I got. Oh, self-reflection. Big time.
Yep.
Big time. All key components, and I'm sure there's more that we're missing, to endurance. And if you're watching this, tally up how many times Martin has said endurance. And then comment.
Comment below.
Comment below.
111.
And that's how many. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and that's how many push-ups you have. You got to build your endurance. 112.
I think that's all we got today.
Yeah. Well, there's still the questions from our athletes, but
Oh, yeah.
last thing on endurance, 113, is the pace. Knowing when to pick up your pace, the different ways that you can conserve your energy mentally, physically, all of that. You have to be very intentional with essentially your attention, your energy, your time, all of it. You have to almost like you've got this 1 month supply of food and you're in a cave by yourself. Can you actually make it last that month? Or are you just so impulsive that you're like, I'm going to eat my hot Cheetos right now?
Yeah.
That sums up this whole talk of endurance, 114. All right. I did the right button.
Okay.
Okay. Questions from our athletes. And this is from the 13s. Hold on. There's one where I'm supposed to say exactly who said it. Let me figure it out.
Just shout out to.
Yep.
Let me guess. Is it Scarlett?
Oh, these are the ones from our whatever episode. No. Please tell me I wrote them down.
You deleted
Otherwise,
them?
these kids are going to be mad at me. Okay. Got it. Scarlett wants to know if she is funny.
I don't talk to Scarlett.
Yeah,
like that,
she is funny. There are others that are like, the kind of funny is like you're trying, which is not like a super cheesy, ew, annoying funny. Like okay, you put effort. You're like, yeah, you're funny. Versus
a comedian.
no,
They put
and then
effort?
the next level would be flat out comedic funny, where like it's just who they are.
Yeah.
She can be funny. I'm not gonna
Okay.
say she's a boring person because I'm not gonna be mean to a 13-year-old. But
More so. Okay, maybe
but
silly.
no, there are some kids I'm like, I want to be mad that you just did that, but it's so funny that like I can't. Some of the things that these
some are
kids say or
goobers.
the way that they think, I'm like, we've done our exercises 4 rounds of 12 reps for how long now? As like a base level. So when I say that it's X amount of reps, you should know 4 rounds. Anyways, small stuff like that. They're like, Coach, what did you say? What did you say? I have them write it down in their notebooks. I'll say the exercise. They'll write it down. Another person will be like, what is it? What is it? What is it? And I have to repeat myself like 5 different times, which is one of my number one pet peeves. I hate.
Hey, you do it
having
at
to repeat
home. You got to
myself.
do it at work.
Yeah, I'm like, Gigi, Riley.
Sorry.
Okay, so a while ago, we talked about being vertically challenged. Mm-hmm. And so one of the kids against Scarlett was like, Coach, she called me vertically challenged, so I called her horizontally challenged. I was like, that's not necessarily a
mean?
diss, because, vertically challenged meaning like you're short, not tall.
Yeah, so
So horizontally
did she just make
challenged.
a fat joke?
She was trying to. I was like, well, if it was a fat joke, it'd be horizontally gifted because you're very. So
Smart.
there's vertically challenged and horizontally gifted. Bad combo.
And no,
This is
next.
this is our body shaming segment. Okay, the other 2 questions. Wow, there's no questions for Riley. Sorry.
That's
They're all
fine.
just. Do you intentionally give us hard exercises? So let's just bring it to you and your coaching too. Do you intentionally give your kids hard drills or just
When they need it. In situations where maybe we're not strong in something, we need to build
you
resistance.
don't do it
towards
out of like, I'm sick of you, so you know what? You're gonna do something hard today.
Old school Riley, yeah. New school Riley, who's a little smarter, wiser, older, no. I think of everything as like a workout, essentially. Like if we struggled with it at a tournament, we're obviously going to practice it and condition in that situation. It's the garbage man.
Okay, I was like, I thought it was coming from our room. I was like, what is that noise?
Well, I guess you have both your headphones on.
Yeah, and when you're parallel with the whatever. I guess perpendicular because I'm facing this way and the sound's coming from here. But anyways, whenever it's directly on the ear, you can hear it.
Oh.
So like if I'm cooking and I'm obviously listening to music with my beats or whatever, as soon as I turn my head this way, I can hear the like bubbling and.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We gotta speed this up because he's getting a little.
Yep, we're done.
fussy.
Okay. Do you intentionally give us hard exercises? Yes, because sometimes my patience is tested, and it's the only way I can get you to focus. To just like yesterday, I had them do timed exercises.
I saw
so
the
they
clock running.
Yeah, so they can realize that like if you can do more than 12 reps with on like strength-based exercises in 45 seconds, your weight is too light or you're going way too fast.
Yeah.
So you need to challenge yourself more.
What was that workout we used to do with TC24?
Oh yeah, bleep test.
Was it bleep? What bleep and AMRAP?
Bleep and AMRAP.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
two will kill you.
Yep, and I've been doing AMRAP style.
Oh, you're vicious.
A very slow pace. This
Oh.
is a dad workout of all dad workouts.
I just
I
remember
did.
doing AMRAP, and there was always someone that cheated, and I'd be
Oh
so
yeah,
mad. So
it's
mad.
like, there's no prizes at the end of this. Even if
No.
there is, don't cheat. But like,
I saw this
why?
girl do push-ups, and I was like, I can't. Lord knows I can't do
Yeah,
a push-up,
like-
but she was literally like
head
her-
bobbing.
yes. And she's like, oh, I finished 12 rounds. And everyone was so upset about it.
Yeah, we're like, no.
It's like, cheater.
Yeah. And then, why do conditioning?
Because you should.
Number 115, so that you can have endurance. It's very important. But conditioning keeps you healthy. And
longevity, guys. Longevity. Not
and
just
also
sports.
on the mental side of things, last thing, and then we'll let him be done. On the mental side of things, if you're not tired while you're practicing or whatever, how are you going to react in a game when you actually are tired on day 3 of a tournament or the fourth quarter of football or whatever? So get yourself gassed and then try to do drills that require that mental attention, because that's what makes you better.
Man.
So,
you know, since we're talking about endurance and
number 116.
just this is so like side tangent. So when we were giving birth to Kayla, actually the nurse complimented me on my heart rate, and she's like, I could tell you're an athlete. And I was like, say it again, because I haven't heard that word in such a long time. She said my heart rate was pretty low, like, or in a healthy
It's like,
stage for my age.
yes.
So I was like, kudos to me.
Let me laugh this baby out.
Yeah, 2 pushes and out.
I almost made a more dirty approach.
PG.
The endurance.
Stop.
Stop right there.
And pause.
Okay, and we're done.
Period.
Good night, people.
Good night.
We love you, and we'll see you next time.